Yo, I forgot I was going to talk about that. I went to go see Blood Cultures in New York. Blood Cultures.
In New York.
Yeah.
We live
here. Fucking. All right. So.
Made it sound like he went
I went to go do the podcast in New York. In America.
Chicken.
Hi diddly ho, friendos, and welcome to the Joystick Show, episode 274. We're back in the studio.
Let's go.
I know last episode was very dimly lit and had a lot of reverberation because we were in a hotel room, but that was because it was a special occasion. We were in the Dominican Republic for Dylan's batch. It was a great time. We'll probably talk a little bit about it in a second. However, because we're back in the studio, welcome back. Feel free to like this episode of the Joystick Show. Go ahead and subscribe to Team Joystick to make us feel nice and bueno. And let's move. I just want to talk about how we all survived that trip. I want to talk about how much I hate the Punta Cana airport. I want to talk about surviving.
Wait, what bad happened at the airport?
What are you talking about? What happened at the airport? They didn't say anything.
They didn't say. I felt like it, especially if you didn't know the language, there's just so much going on. Like, even I was thinking about it when we came back to New York. I was like, if I came to New York and not knowing what's going on, there's less people in my face.
It was a boarding nightmare.
What do you mean? We got on the bus and I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm very confused because I was literally sitting right. Everyone ran up to go boarding, and then we got on a bus, and then we got on the plane, and we took off 1 minute late.
Where were you sitting in the airport? Like, by what gate?
We were sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Because basically what was it Mitchell was sleeping, I think. So we were all the way in the corner, next to the shops.
So to give you perspective, I think our gate was 12 or something like that. We were sitting right outside of gate 12.
Yeah, right next to it.
And they just started boarding. So we were like, okay, they didn't announce that they were boarding. The door just kind of opened. People just ran up for the line. Mm-hmm. But they didn't announce any of the boarding numbers or groups at all. Because typically they're supposed to go through A, B, C, all the way down to F.
They're just
right?
we're open.
I don't think they did that because of the bus
it's not that. There was a guy who was just standing in front of the kiosk saying it, not even yelling it, just saying boarding group B, group C, group D. So we're sitting 20 feet away from the gate and we don't hear what the fuck anybody is saying because he's not even yelling. There's no mic system. There's no raising your voice. It was insane. By the time that we had actually gotten there, they were group D. They were boarding group D and we were group B. Mm-hmm. So he was trying to make us put the tags to check our baggage because it was saying that the plane was overfilled or whatever.
And then you take the tag and you go.
But shout out to your sister-in-law because that was her.
Yeah. Literally, we were honestly, and also being with Marianthi, any flight I've ever flown on Marianthi, they've done that to us. They every time. I don't know if it's just what time we show up or whatever, but almost every flight, Greece, they do that. They're like, oh, you're doing everything. And we're just
yeah, they made me do that, and when I got to my seat, there was a space right above my seat, and I was like, I could have put my luggage here. Yeah. Why did you take it?
Because then you just do a little ripperoonie next time.
Yeah. Then for what it's worth, I mean, you and Nicole's bags were literally the first two that came out of baggage.
And I appreciate that you guys were also there to catch it, so it's it's almost as if we get left with them.
Because when we landed, we got out of customs really quick. We were practically the first ones out. We got this one guy, because they ask you all the questions, you traveling with any plants, tobacco, liquor, all that shit.
They're very light.
And then there was one part where he was like, how much in cash are you coming back with? And Mildred and I were just like, fucking nothing, dude. And he just started laughing, but we were like, don't fucking laugh, bro. We have no money at all. We had no cash at all.
Nothing.
But that being said, I'm glad that we were all together. It was a good time. I'm glad that I survived being being dehydrated in a literal sauna, but you know that was.
I know. Not everyone, bought souvenirs or gifts, but we all came back with some form of diarrhea or sickness. So
yes.
That's what's most important.
Yeah. I meant to ask you, what was it like? Because we didn't actually get to talk about it since after we finished filming that episode in DR, we went on and we still had a night after that. But how was it sleeping in the room that night?
To be honest, it wasn't bad, but I didn't want to like keep saying it because I wanted to play off that, it was an annoying experience. But I think because the room was so spacious and because the lights were off majority of the night, it was kind of cool. Like it was like cool as in breezy. I was able to sleep in pajamas. Nicole found it more like uncomfortable than I did. I was like, it's fine.
I mean, you will fall asleep anywhere, as we've seen, but
yeah, I scrolling through Facebook, I saw pictures of me like taken by like theater kids that are like, oh, Joey fell asleep here, like knocking out everywhere. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. And then later that night, we had a really great moment where we just hung out in Frenzel's room and we learned that, what's that Greek dance? The something?
The hokey pokey.
Kali Matarino.
What?
Kali Matarino.
Kali Mata. I want to learn it. Kali Mata.
I know.
Kali Mata, I know.
Kali Mata, I know.
You're getting there.
Kali Ma. Fucking, yeah, we learned a cool dance. I got it. Like Dylan said, it's pretty much just walking. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, though. It was funny. Like, I started getting it at the end. I was like, oh, we're supposed to be kind of like waves, like going back and forth. Because at first I was just kind of doing a lot of this, but it's not a rock. It's a.
Yeah, even the other one where it's just stepping, you're like flow stepping. You're like kind of like, But yeah, it's
I can't wait to see like a lot of it, like the day of the wedding and stuff.
And then Dylan got really drunk and wouldn't shut the fuck up about burnt sienna, which was my favorite.
I mean, I got drunk every single day.
No, it wasn't like that last night.
No, the last night you were significantly drunk.
Because I was wine drunk.
That might be it.
I was
because you cackled really loud.
I was drinking wine, so I was like gossipy for the ladies. Like if you were, I was.
Somebody made you laugh.
We were all on vacation together, but we were not in the same location.
No.
Like that's
somebody had made you laugh on the other side of the room, and all I heard from Dylan was. Like as loud as possible. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know Dylan could make that noise.
In fact, I believe I had a vacation cackle where at the beginning of the trip, it was like a loud just laugh. And then by the end, it was just full on like, like you said.
Yeah.
Hiya.
But glad we all made it back.
Yeah, man. Good vibes all around.
Mm-hmm. Jerry's not here today. I'd like to say that he's like still in Colombia. Go ahead.
After going to Colombia, Jerry has found a new source of income.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say what it is.
Because we can't say what it is.
But let's just say it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
And Jerry's working tonight.
And Jerry totally isn't getting a haircut that he pre-scheduled 2 days ago.
He is... what also, like, what is he going to? The fucking techno barber? He's doing cuts to 3 a.m.
It's also kind of funny that he's just coming back from a wedding and he's like, I need to get it touched up.
I got
gotta get it cleaned up again, But shout outs. Now real quick, let's bring Dylan up to speed with this Kingsman drama.
I mean, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I don't think I'm going to care about this.
I didn't.
That's how I felt too.
I think that's how a lot of people care about
okay.
It's just a beautiful underdog story.
That's what I like about it.
So long story, I'll paint the picture for you. It actually happened, I think, the last day we were at DR, but we found out about it like after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Marvel Rivals Twitch Rivals tournament, right? So you know how the Twitch Rivals format works. They get a bunch of creators that work or either that play that game, and then they kind of put teams together, and then they play for a certain amount of money at a prize pool, right? They were playing for a $40,000 prize pool, and the story centers around this one player, a guy named Kingsman, who I think is one of the better controller players in Marvel Rivals, okay?
Okay.
Long story short, he gets put on a team with a group of other creators, and he's coming in with this energy that he really wants to win this tournament because the money could help him a lot. He said multiple times, like, I'm in college, so, like, the money could really help me with my studies and stuff like that. Everybody else that he was playing with kind of was coming in with this mentality of, like, whatever, we're just here for the vibes, right? That was the whole joke. They played a match, or I don't really remember if it happened really early on or in the middle. I haven't really gone that far into perspective. But at some point, they played a match where one of the members on the team, I believe her name was Zaza, was playing as Black Widow and was not contributing fucking shit to their team.
0 kills, 0 assists, 5 deaths.
Meanwhile, Kingsman has 18 kills and I think 2 deaths. So he's like literally carrying the team on his back. He gets vocal in team chat and asks, hey, the typical, I don't think this is working. Maybe we can switch because, you know, you're not offering a lot and we could be doing more.
He's like, they're going triple healer. I think, Zaza, you should change it up. Like,
their argument was like, they technically did win that first part of the point. So they're like, why? It worked anyway. We won. But it was like, if you're doing 0-5, you could be contributing more to the team in a different way. But also just like a shit poor mentality to have when you're competing in a tournament, right? Like, you want to win.
You should switch things up constantly.
So long story short, it got to a point where the team actually like basically threw to fuck with him. They were like, nah, whatever, like we don't care that much. And then they got him kicked from the tournament.
Wow.
So but like they were saying things like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like during the tournament, shut the fuck up. Like you're ruining the vibes. You're hurting Zaza's feeling and you're ruining the vibes. Like, who cares? And he's like, I care. Like, don't you guys want to win?
Not bad enough. Zaza and another female streamer named Cece went on after the fact to just obliterate this poor guy, calling him like
a loser,
saying,
a basement dweller who just plays video games all day.
Which everybody is like, you're doing.
You're in a video game tournament with a bunch of people who play video games for a living.
You're a streamer as well.
Like, everybody said the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's like being like, oh, take a shower.
Another fucking thing is that Zaza was saying like, she was making fun of him. He was like, "Oh, I need money for college."
Yeah, like mocking him.
And it gets worse. Zaza's boyfriend then made a Google Doc and was asking people online because, you know, a lot of people were on Kingsman's side saying like, dude, they like, this is fucked up on his end. So Zaza's boyfriend creates a Google Doc and invites anyone, if you have any dirt on Kingsman, if you know him personally, like, let's share this information because, you know, they're trying to paint him like he's this great guy. And already that's not a good look for like you guys.
It's a smear campaign because you guys are the ones who are in the fucking shit show. But long story short, you know, they all, and what's actually funny about this whole story is when Kingsman came out to tell his side, or rather to show his side because he showed a lot of the footage from the tournament, he started it off saying like, guys, do not harass anybody involved. I don't want this to spiral. This is not what the point of this is. And he even threatens, he's like, if I see somebody who follows me in another person's chat, you know, spreading hate, I will ban you. Like, that's just it. Meanwhile, after this whole situation, after Cece apologizes, she's continuing like in Discord chats to bully this guy, say shit. So it's like she's not really fully taking accountability.
Can I also add, so she says sorry, but then someone put AI through an AI generator and like 89% of it is AI generated.
Yeah.
So, like, none of these women are sorry.
And then the best part about it, too, is, like, it's all on Twitter. So you go and then, you know, love it or hate it, the Grok AI does its thing. But in every single tweet that she makes where she's trying to apologize or trying to say one thing, right under it is just, like, the Grok AI spiel. Like, actually, the community has found out that this
she's done this. And it's so funny to see it. This girl, Cece, was saying, listen, I didn't know that it was a 40K tournament. I thought it was just for streamers and for fun. And then someone pulls up the video of her going, did you guys know that there's a 40K tournament going on? And I was like, this is you? Is this you?
You talking?
But, you know, can we talk about, what's the third girl's name?
Zaza?
No, Zaza, Cece, and then there's a third girl.
I don't know.
She played like Lucia, I don't know. It starts with an L. And she was duos. She played frequently with Kingsman, but went 180 and was going against him. And then she said on her stream, she says, you know, everyone wants to take Kingsman's side, like if they want to go take Israel's side or something or whatever. And everyone's like, your PR team.
That was Zaza.
That was Zaza?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other guy.
I saw the video.
No, man. But everyone is like, their PR team is like sweating.
And
all three of them.
I saw this guy make a video of it. Shout outs to Charlie, because, you know, he always covers this internet drama in a pretty brief package. But No, it was her who said it, and then even Charlie is like, "What the fuck? Like, what is this supposed to mean?" It's like you're literally just trying to say something and sound smart, but it doesn't correlate at all to what you're trying to the point you're trying to make. But it all ends in a nice little happy ending though, because after this whole shit show, Kingsman went back onto stream per usual on his Twitch, and I think anybody who heard this story kind of saw like,
let's go watch him and not the other people.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think on his first stream back, he got 10,000 subs, 100,000 followers. So I think he's doing
He
just
made
fine.
a lot of money. He got like $3,000 from one donor. People are constantly donating money that he had to make a video like, guys, stop donating now. Like, I've made more money than I would have at the tournament, and I'm good for like the rest of my college career.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good, and I don't need any more.
And
I'm
still,
thankful of it. Marvel Rivals, the devs themselves gifted him mad credits to like spend in the game, like here for free.
Of course.
That's cool.
And I'm like, bro, like this, like everything is going so well on their end. And as for the people who were bullying him, they lost like almost all their sponsors.
Yeah, of course.
Humble guy, man. Karma's a real thing.
And I think, that's like, when you brought it up on the chat, I read it and I didn't really think of it. It's what brought to my attention was all these creatives on like TikTok and Instagram making these really funny memes about the situation. So there are people like playing as Black Widow. Like one guy said on his TikTok, he says, "I'm going to play Black Widow, and every time someone mentions Zaza, I'm going to take a shot."
And
He got so drunk. He goes like, "I'm going to play Black Widow, and every time I'm going to take a shot." There was another one that was, he was playing Black Widow, and he's like dry heaving in the mic. "Someone play Magic and tell me to switch." Oh my God. But like, I explained it to my dad, and my dad was like, "Good." Like, I think it was just a good feel-good story of 2026. It was a good feel-good story for 2026.
I mean, I think it's just the way things were supposed to work out. Like, it took a bit, but it was like the way it was like, hey, these people suck. This guy doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Let's fix all of that. And it worked, you know?
It's just funny because I'm picturing Joey explaining that story to his father. And then I'm trying to picture what it would be like for me to explain that story to my father and all the hurdles I'd have to jump through.
My dad would be like, what,
and then I'm thinking about like
yeah.
what it would take for like Jerry or Jose to explain it to their dads.
God. No, that's going to be...
Like their dads would just be like, "Go away." And they'd be like, "Okay."
My dad kind of understands Twitch because of Tatiana, because my dad's favorite streamer is Queso.
Oh, wow.
My dad's like, "I like Queso, that guy. He's funny."
You got to show him the burnt peanut, man.
They're the same guy, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Them two and Tim Dillon are all the...
Yeah, that's the whole joke. People think burnt peanut is Tim Dillon, but no.
Nah.
All we know about him is he lives in Texas.
Also, yeah, I'm like, he lives in Texas and is straight versus Tim Dillon, who lives in New York and Cali and is gay.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wouldn't that be the
best?
Now that I think about it, you've never seen Tim Dillon and the burnt peanut in the same room before.
No,
so that's true.
No, you never see me and Barack Obama in the same room, but like, you know.
Come to think of it.
Yeah, you're actually... Huh.
Yeah, even the way he just said, he was,
You know.
You know. I can't do it right now.
We should do the podcast.
We should continue the podcast. We should move on to the next topic, which I'm gonna say is gonna be Joey's experience at a concert.
Yo, I forgot I was gonna talk about that. I went to go see Blood Cultures in New York. Blood Cultures
in New York.
Yeah,
we live
here.
Fucking all right. So
made it sound like
I went to go do the podcast in New York, in America.
I said it because they travel around, and I want them to know that I saw it here where I live. So Blood Cultures, they wrote they're the people behind the music of Skate Story, and I went because I'm really into Skate Story right now. And I wanted to listen to hear what the music sounded live, as well as, hear their other songs that they've created. So when I was going, I saw, because I follow the creator of Skate Story, he posted on his story that he's also going. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I'll bump into him. I was like, I would love to get a picture at least. That'll be dope. I did see him. I was waiting online for coat check, and he was online to go in. And it's funny, he has a skateboard. Like, he's walking in with his skateboard. I'm like, that's so him. What else? And
where is he? Ah,
there he is.
Joey has like this weird parasocial relationship. Like, that's so Sam to just show up to the concert.
Yeah,
with
a
board.
skateboard. He gets around like that. And the concert was dope. They all wear those masks, and Dylan was like making fun of the mask when he first saw them. But there was a part of the concert where like the music just went into like a deep vibrated like, and the singer stands, and everyone on stage in unison. They had to have practiced this shit. They all just slowly raise their hands slowly, and as they do it, like everyone in the crowd just slowly does it too. To the point that I was just like, okay. And I looked at Nicole. I was like, "What the fuck is happening? What's going on?" And she was like, "It feels like we're summoning an alien. Like, what's going on?" But it was a really dope concert. Again, a few podcasts ago, I was like, I don't know what the dancing situation is. Like, it's not a song. They're not songs to mosh to. They could be songs to dance to, but it was a pretty like tame crowd. The music was good. I had a lot of fun. The highlight was that I did get to meet the creator, Sam. And I was like, once I started hearing that a conversation with his friends were getting a little dry, they were talking about a pen on the floor, I was like, all right, that's my cue to like kind of like.
Why is that the funniest fucking shit I've heard?
Because, I didn't want to, if I'm hanging out with you guys and like the conversation's
hey, how's it going?
Joey's just there tapping his finger like, all right, they're talking about the pen. This is my moment.
I was like, I don't want to interrupt them, but I was like, hey, excuse me. I said, are you the creator of Skate Story, Sam? And he was like, yes, I am. I'm surprised you even recognized me. And I was like, can I get a picture with you? Like, it's really awesome to see you right now. And he goes, yeah, sure. He was a really dope guy. And I just told him, I said, Skate Story, man, like, dope game, really dope game. He was like, thank you so much, man. Thank you for playing it. I said, like, I don't know, being from New York and, loving skateboarding culture, like, something about that game really resonated with me. And I just wanted to, like, say thank you, like, because it was really dope. And he's like, dude, like, I hear a lot of compliments online, and I'm like very active online, but like you telling me this in person, that warms my heart, man. Like, I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. And then I was like, I'm making my girlfriend play it. Like, my girlfriend's like, she's an hour in, she just made it to the Devil's Banquet. And he goes, oh, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. And she was like, I'm excited. She says it's a beautiful game.
And then you kiss.
Yeah, right. Then we exchange numbers and we talk to each other every day. And then you kiss. But he's a really chill guy, and I told him, I said, I'm actually interested. I'm a cosplayer as well. I want to cosplay the Glass Skater. And he was like, dude, tag me. He says, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna do it, but that sounds dope as hell. And he says, I have a couple of skateboard decks from the Skate Story, and he goes, I'll give you one for free to like assist you with your cosplay. And I was like, I already bought two. I was like, and he was like, oh shit. I said, yeah, I have one to hang as decor and one that I legit want to ride around. Right. And he says, I'm really happy to say that you said that, because as I was making it and Devolver asked me if, hey, can we make the deck? I was like, I hope people ride it. Like, I hope I get to see, skaters, especially in New York, like ride that piece that I created. I said, I'll be writing it. And he goes, that makes me happy to hear, man. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm glad to have met you. I asked him, I said, did you create that deck? And he was like, yeah, I created it. I designed it myself. I said, dude, the minute I saw it in the game, I was like, that's fucking awesome. I just love the design. And then another guy came in and was like, excuse me, are you Sam from Skate Story? And I was like, I'll leave you to it. It was wonderful meeting you, man. He was like, yeah, man. We shook hands, and then I left. I did overhear him. A lot of people, like, I felt like I told my sister, I said, I felt like I took a very sentimental route, like, to talk about it with the game. And then there were people like, yo, that game was fucking dope, man. That was a fucking fire game, Sam. Nice meeting you, man. And that was it. I was like, I really took a heartfelt, sentimental approach with that guy.
I was about to say, there was a shockingly descriptive transcript of that conversation. It was like sentence by sentence almost. But
yeah, because I remembered it. It was dope. I don't get to meet a lot of, like, people in the gaming industry, so it was dope.
I was hoping you would say celebrity for a second. I was like,
he's not a celebrity, no. And then I went to I bought the vinyl record of Blood Cultures, and I was like I bought it early on, and I was wondering if they would be able to sign it, because most small bands, they sign their merch. Like, they're even behind their merch table. But this band, you know, they want to be all anonymous, have their masks. They weren't at the table. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, I don't know if they'll be able to do this. This is my first time seeing Blood Cultures, but would they be able to sign my vinyl? And he was like, I don't see why not. I said, I know that they have the mask. They don't want to, like, show their face. If you could take it backstage and if they're cool with signing it, he says, I'm going to take it backstage. Let me ask for you. And he came back and he was like, yeah, they signed it. And it had all the members signed it. And I was like, fuck yeah.
That's cool.
And then one of the girls that were working merch, she was like, I've never thought about doing that. And I was like, word? Like, I had, like, shit signed by Knuckle Puck, shit signed by real friends. Like, I'm like, I just ask the people.
Yeah, unless they're like a big celebrity where like their autograph is worth money.
No,
like, almost
like,
all of them was fucking.
But I'm happy. It was a good night. I left that night like it's gonna sound mad fucking cheesy. I left that night seeing the lights of New York, and I was like, it felt like Skate Story. I was like, man, I want to just fucking ride right now. I want to just ride, listen to the music again, and just skate. But that was it. Good night. It was a good night.
Shout outs to Skate Story. Shout outs to Blood Cultures. Pretty good band. I do like the music from the game a lot.
Shout outs to New York.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say is I had a lot more stuff that I wanted to get done today. And then I played Arc Raiders because that game is taking over my life very quickly. I know we've talked about it in the past couple episodes, but man.
Well, now you're playing.
I'm in it.
Now you're playing it. Before you weren't really playing it.
Yeah.
Now you're playing it. You got everything level 3.
I've completed every quest in the game. I've gotten every single table up to level 3. I've gotten Scrappy up to 3. I'm just loading into events and just shooting and looting now. It's pretty much.
Isn't Scrappy
that
5?
Sounds fun.
3, 4, whatever. It's maxed point.
I need apricots and lemons for my cock.
Damn, really? You got another whole step to go.
I got apricots for you.
Thanks, I'm about to I have so much time on my hands now. I could just start looking for shit for Joey.
I think I need mushrooms. I think that I'm like the ones after that. Lemons and apricots is the one next. It's like
mushrooms are annoying because they're really like rare. But there's one tree on Spaceport that always spawns 3 to 4 mushrooms. So if you load in Spaceport, run there, put them in your butt, you're good. You're good to go. So.
And then sometimes if you kill other people in Spaceport.
They have mushrooms?
They have one time one guy had 1 mushroom. I was like, where the fuck did you get 1 mushroom? Like, I was like annoyed that he only had 1.
Only 1?
I was like, really? You found a tree that didn't have?
Jerry and I have run into so many people in the past 2 sessions, today and yesterday, who like appear to be friendly and then just turn around and like try to kill us. They fail and we kill them. But, like, I don't know why they're doing it now all of a sudden. Because there's, like, this weird code where if you're on the open mic and people are talking, they're a lot less likely to shoot you.
I also just think that people are getting bored with the game a little bit.
That could be it, too.
Because, like, my first month of playing the game, I didn't even get shot at.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even get shot at.
My first week of playing,
and then I remember Bobby immediately being like, I got shot at 3 times today. And I'm like... What? And then now you're starting. I think people are just people. The game originally was PvP and there were no enemies whenever it first came out, and then they were like, "That's boring." But now I feel like it's coming back to that where people are like, treating it much more like.
Now that I have so much stuff,
Division, Red Zone, whatever it's called.
Now that I have so much stuff complete, it doesn't feel like I have any more like check boxes to mark off. So it's very much PvP focused for me.
Yeah.
Every time I hop into a match, granted, like. It's just a personal thing because like I mentioned it off podcast earlier, but Jerry kind of said Arc Raiders feels like a social experiment. So for me personally, if I see somebody who doesn't see me, I'm not gonna shoot them. But if I like walk up on somebody and I see them pull out their gun, I'm murking them. Like it's on site. It's very much like, what are you about to do? Because I'm gonna react kind of situation. But can't always react fast enough. Whereas Jose, on the other hand, is kill on sight. Anything that moves, Jose's like, destroy it. I want it dead. And if Jose's watching you play the game, go kill it because he wants it dead. But other than that,
kill that thing.
It's pretty fun. I like the game a lot. I think it's really funny to see how far I've come in about a month and a half from when I was like, I'm never gonna touch that game in my life. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I remember when you were like, this game sucks.
Here I am with probably like 60 hours into it, but what can I say? I think I mentioned also the next time a game of that magnitude kind of comes out that everybody on Twitch is playing it, I'm just gonna jump into it earlier and be like, nah, it's popular for a reason. So
No, I kind of like Bobby in his hater wrong phase. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Well, it wasn't that I was. Well, it was that I was. I wasn't hating. I was just. I thought I wouldn't like a game like an extraction shooter because I hadn't played one before and because I didn't really understand. My whole thing was going into it. I didn't understand the point. I was like, what is the point? Like, yeah,
the point's to fucking
you go
kill
in,
people.
you can find stuff, you could leave with it, but cool, great. Like, if I go back in with it, I just have the opportunity to lose it again, right? Mm-hmm. What's the point? I didn't know anything about, like, the quests. I didn't know anything about upgrading stuff. I didn't know about the crafting. I didn't know about the blueprints, which is so... every time you see a blueprint, it's like a big... big fucking, serotonin rush. I'm like, woo, let's go. But I didn't know that. Now I understand it. Now when I hop into a map, I'm like, all right, I know what to look for. I know what gets me excited. I know what to drop. But yeah, it's a good time. Also, to be fair, I don't think it's the kind of game you could like watch off rip. Like in my opinion, I think it's the kind of game you have to experience. And then you can watch other people play.
I don't know how this is such a big streamer game.
Yeah.
I do not get how people are watching
I've tried. It's kind of
I think it's the social aspect. It's like, how is the streamer going to interact with this person?
You're curious of like, I remember like for like a week, Northern Line was just like him and his friends were just like killing people in the game. And it was like, oh, are we going to kill them or are we not? But like... I watch it and I'm like, nothing's happening. I like, if a game where nothing is really happening, I'm gonna play it and make shit happen.
But that's why, going back to it, somebody like Peanut is so fucking entertaining because practically every single encounter he has. I saw a YouTube short earlier that was him talking about why he lives in Texas, and he basically jokes because somebody, I think in his chat, was saying how they like Colorado better. And he was like, Colorado's cool, they have legal weed and stuff like that. But, if an intruder breaks into my house, I have to make him a cup of coffee and give him a massage. But here in Texas, God, if somebody steps on a blade of my grass, bam! Like, he blows him away. But all the comments were like, imagine being the intruder who steps on the fucking Peanut's lawn and you just hear, I'm gonna kill your boyfriend. It's like all the stupid shit he says in the game. He's like, eat my shit, eat my poop. He says that shit that kills me, man. But definitely the social aspect is what carries the whole streaming part, because I can't watch a streamer just be like, oh, today we're just going in and getting a bunch of loot.
Damaged heat sink.
I don't care.
Oh boy, thermal coolant.
Oh, we got motors.
Water pump. I think the thrill of what reeled me in was the thrill of running back to safety, was gathering all the shit that I need. And, like, I need to run back home before a ARC kills me or a rando kills me. Mm-hmm. And every time I ran and I was like, like going back to Speranza, I was like, yes, like that feeling of like, I did it. Like, I could have died. Base. That's what it is. Like, when you're playing tag as a kid and you need to run to base. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what it feels like. That sanctuary.
But shout outs to ARC Raiders. I'll be raiding till the days go. Let's go ahead and talk about some music, shall we? And get the fluck out of here. Whoa, he said fluck. Whoa. He switched it up a little bit.
It's kind of crazy.
He didn't curse. Couldn't be me.
Whoa, Yam of the Week. I'm going first. Fuck you guys.
Damn.
My Yam of the Week is Nano by Cheem. Album of the year for me. Emo, proggy, Midwest emo. Some of the songs are rap even. Mm-hmm. It's good shit.
Last week I had like 4 songs I really wanted to give to Jam of the Week, and then this past week I added another 6 songs. But I'm gonna stay true to my gut, and I'm gonna give it to the song that I really wanted to give it to last week that almost beat the King Cruel song. So I'm gonna give it to "Stupid" by Stony. It's a pretty cool punk rock song. I like it. It's a jam.
My song is going to go to Chase USA. It's called Cowboy Bebop, episode 26, minute 1906. I found this guy because of this black girl said on TikTok. She says, yo, where's the Midwestern style of music that talks about hood shit? She says, I'm from Detroit. And she says, so, like, we have a lot of, like, I'm Midwest as it gets, she said. And she says, I want to hear, like, twinkly guitar riffs and talking about, like, hood shit. And people actually, like, made like response messages of like what that would sound like, and this guy made a response. He's a black artist and he is exactly that, and I actually fuck with it a lot. It was really cool. Cowboy Bebop episode 26, minute 19:06.
Shout outs. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of the Joystick Show. We really appreciate y'all.
We're the cross arms guys.
Yeah, look at us crossing arms. Catch us next week.
It's natural when you do it.
Fuck you.
Catch us next week for 275. Hopefully, Jerry finds some time off.
Feels unnatural.
Can you shut the fuck up and let me do the outro? God damn it.
Like this.
Check us out next week, where hopefully Jerry has some time from his new job to hang out with us. And we're gonna talk about, what are we gonna talk about next week? Let's call some crazy thing that's gonna happen in the news.
Trump is going to say, I don't know what it's going to be.
We're gonna invade.
But Trump is going to say the word love handles.
Call it catch
or
us,
fupa. He's gonna say one of the two.
I like catch.
Fupa.
He's
catch
gonna
us
say
next,
muffin top. It's gonna be
That's
something
it.
like that. You know, he's gonna
catch us next week when Joystick covers Fupa Gate.
Yeah,
All
Fupa Gate.
We'll catch you later, guys. Oh, that camera died.
I did not notice that. That must have been recently because I did not.